Welcome to the Glenn Beck program. Tonight we have another chapter in our special of Time to Be Heard. It's a series that we've done, and nobody seems to be talking to black conservatives. You don't ever see a black conservative on television, so we've done a couple of episodes with black conservatives, and these are college students. Yeah, and they're conservative. What? I didn't think that existed. Yes, and you're going to meet them tonight. We have students and recent college grads from Princeton, NYU, Fordham, and more. I can't even imagine being a conservative and going to NYU, but somebody does it and lives to tell the story. They're all 24 years old or younger. The youngest here, we have two that are 15 years old. They're in high school. They're in business school, law school, nursing school. Some of them might be the President of the United States if we last that long. You're looking at America's future, and it is time for them to be heard. So let's get right to it. Katie, we're going to go, you guys introduce yourself. Tell me your name, where you go to school, what you do for a living, and what your turn-ons and turn-offs for America's future. What are you most afraid of?
All right, I'm Katie Pedke. I'm a senior at Fordham, where I'm president of the College Republicans there. I'm hoping to work in public relations, but I'm most concerned about the changing role of government from protector of freedoms to provider of entitlements, mainly.
Okay.
I'm Sagar Vashani, and I go to NYU, and
And you made it out!
Yeah, it's been a tough 4 years.
I bet it has.
Senior.
I bet it has.
And I'm currently...
Are you out? I mean, have you been outed as a conservative on campus?
Yeah, I mean, I've been part of the College Republicans group on campus since freshman year, so...
Wow.
It's,
what are you most concerned about?
The growing national deficit and the seemingly ignorance, the ignorance of Congress and the national government in general about the effects of it.
Okay, Nicole?
Hi, how are you? My name is Nicole Piazzio. I'm a freshman at NYU, and I'm also in the College Republicans. And my biggest fear, I'd have to say, is the changing role in healthcare and the way it's going to affect the occupations of both doctors and nurses and all healthcare professionals.
What do you want to be?
I'm in nursing.
Nursing school?
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin?
My name is Kevin Fallon. I'm a business student at Fordham University. Probably most concerned about the state of our public education system. I think it fails too many people. I think it can be a lot better.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, Glenn.
Good to see you.
Thank you for having me back.
You bet.
My name is Leah Eaton-White. I'm a contributor for Hip Hop Republican. I'm a senior at John Jay College of Criminal Justice, and I'm the treasurer for the Republicans Club there.
Okay. And your biggest concern?
Definitely the expansion of government and also the corruption in the media. It's troubling when you have 4 networks propagating one idea and everyone picks on the one network that makes an attempt to be fair.
Right. Well, I mean, you could disagree with us, but we at least try. Derek?
My name is Derek Roy. I'm a senior at Western Connecticut State University in Danbury, Connecticut, and also the president of the College Republicans on campus.
Okay, are you guys, you're all Republicans?
Yes.
Is there a difference between Republican and conservative?
Absolutely.
What is the
Absolutely.
difference?
So.
I believe that in the two-party system, we've sort of clung to partisanship, and I don't agree with that necessarily. I think it's important for people to, conservatives, all about their ideals, what they believe in, more so than just what the party necessarily wants.
Okay, so are you guys thinking that you will change the Republican Party, or you're happy with the Republican Party, or what's the difference between a conservative and a Republican? Anybody? Go ahead.
I mean, I think that, kind of going off what he was saying, I think that parties change over time, and I think like being a conservative is more of having, I guess, an allegiance to certain ideals, whereas the party's platforms can change.
If you saw a Democrat running and you said, oh my gosh, he believes all the things that I believe, would you vote for him?
Absolutely.
Would
I
you?
agree.
Yes.
Yeah? You guys? Yes? If you raise your hand, if yes? Yes? Okay. Let me talk to you. I want to start here with, I know what it's like to be a commentator and conservative. I mean, I can't even imagine what it would be like. I mean, I think I would be the richest man in the world, and I might be named God if I were a liberal. With the success that we had in television, being the Antichrist, if I were a liberal, I mean, I can't imagine what it would be like. Being a conservative and successful in media, it's alone, with an exception of being here at Fox, and you are pilloried. I get the joy, though, of being on television. You have to endure it in college, sometimes alone. How does it feel being conservative? How are you treated?
You know, here's the thing. When you're talking about how you're treated by your peers, it's hit or miss. When it's in the classroom, it takes on a completely different nature because you're with a teacher. Many college professors are liberal, and normally the more power a professor has, the more likely they are to wield it over the students. Grad students who are teaching adjunct professors usually allow for a far more civil discourse in the classroom. Of course, they have their bias, and I don't have a problem with the teacher expressing a bias so long as they keep the environment open for me to disagree. One of my professors, Douglas Feisick, did a great job on talking about Marxist and critical race theory today, but he allowed everyone in the class to express their opinion. You know, he didn't make it an intimidating environment, and I have had professors who made it an intimidating environment. It was hard to speak up without worrying about, is this going to affect my grade?
I had a professor at Yale named Wayne Meeks, and I loved this guy because almost every class I had with him, I thought, I know where he's coming from now. And then the next class I'd have, I went, wait a minute, he actually believes this. The end of the class, the end of the term, I had no idea what this man believed. Yeah. He would challenge you, you would say something, and he would challenge you and keep throwing it back at you. That's the way it should be. Do you find that to be the case very often?
I don't think so. From my personal experiences, it's been pretty biased one way. And I have had very few professors that I think would, I guess, take both sides. And I mean, you would always kind of know where they're coming from.
Nicole, let me ask you this. You find yourself as a conservative. It's not popular?
Oh, no. Not really.
Do you find yourself generally hiding it, or just not bringing it up? How much of the time do you bite your tongue?
I'd have to say a lot of students, when you first tell them, like, oh, I'm off to a college Republicans meeting, it's like, do we have one of those? You get that reaction. And then when it comes to the classroom, I'm totally pro-life. So from my perspective, looking at education, when it comes to nursing, I haven't necessarily gotten there yet due to NYU's program. But when it comes to nursing, I'm mentally thinking that way. I'm thinking in a conservative way. I'm there to listen to all opinion, but it's the way that my ideas have been fostered that sort of let me be educated in the way I sort of mentally do this.
My daughters are in college, and they tell me that even their really liberal friends, my daughter actually told me of one story that she has a very radical progressive acquaintance, and they were sitting around. Oh, she knows what progressives are. And she sat around and they were all talking, and she said, it really creeped me out, Dad. At one point we were all talking, having a good conversation, liberals and conservatives and everything else, having a good conversation, and she said, this person who's a real radical, she said, just looked at him and said, things are about to change. And she said it was like I was in a Damien movie all of a sudden. I swear, bing, 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 bing. You know, I heard the spooky music start. But she has told me that even people who voted for Barack Obama, and you know, when she first started going to college and he was just ushered in, everybody was, you know, gung-ho. She said, but now there's a change. Even the liberals are starting to say, something's not right. Do you find that at all? Have you seen a sea change at all?
I've seen that. I can't speak for NYU so much, but at Western Connecticut, at my university in Connecticut, I've been able to have professors who do present both sides of the story. They do question, what it is you say, like you mentioned your professor at Yale. There are a couple professors at my university that do that too. The liberal professors that have that reputation, they know we're in trouble. They know we're headed in the wrong path. They know government's spiraling out of control.
I'm talking about the students. I'm talking about the people, the students.
The students know it too. And I think that they definitely know it. That message has resonated. They're shocked by the fact that healthcare actually passed and that how this is going to affect us. At NYU they mentioned how the students there, we have a College Republicans club. At my university, I'm lucky enough where we're a smaller university, but our club is popular. We are big on campus. We've had a lot of trouble getting started, but now that we've been around for a couple years, we've proven to stick to our ideals.
How many people in your Republican club in Connecticut?